Have you ever spent 5 minutes looking for your phone while talking on your phone? Or searched the house for your keys while they already are in your hand? Or maybe walked into a room and immediately forgotten why you went there? Oh my goodness, this all happens to me. Maybe you've opened the refrigerator door and stood there staring into it, wondering what was I looking for in the first place? Like, why did I go to the refrigerator? If so, you're definitely not alone. Promise. And before you start wondering if you're losing your mind, stay with me, because toward the end of this video, I'm going to share a few simple things you can do that may help clear some of this mental clutter and improve your focus. Hi, I'm Lisa Tarves, and I help people make sense out of what they're feeling so they can actually feel better. And lately I've been hearing the same concern from people over and over again, mostly myself actually, but other people too. Have you noticed something about yourself lately? Maybe you're in the middle of a conversation and suddenly can't find a simple word you've used your entire life, right? Maybe you put something down 5 minutes ago and spend the next 20 minutes looking for it. Happens to me all the time. Maybe you're forgetting appointments, losing your train of thought, or finding yourself more distracted than what you used to be. And if you're anything like most people, your mind immediately jumps to the worst possible conclusion. What's wrong with me? Am I losing my memory? Oof. Is this normal? I want to talk about that today because I hear this concern all the time, again, from myself and people my age. What many people don't realize is that stress, anxiety, overwhelm, grief, emotional exhaustion, and constant mental stimulation all take up space in your brain. Think about how many tabs you have open in your mind every day, like a browser. Your family, your job, your finances, your health, big one, the news, what's going on in the world, your responsibilities, things that happened years ago, that you can't let go, things that haven't even happened yet, that's a good one, conversations you're replaying, hate that one, problems you're trying to solve, people you're worried about. Your brain is trying to manage all of it at one time. When we're carrying that much mental and emotional weight, sometimes our attention gets scattered. And here's the most important thing. It's not always that your memory is failing, right? Sometimes your brain is simply overloaded. Have you ever been driving somewhere and suddenly realized you don't remember the last few miles? Have you ever read the same paragraph 3 times because your mind was somewhere else? Have you ever started a task, got distracted, and then completely forgotten what you were doing every day? I do this every day. That's attention and memory work together. They work together. If your attention is somewhere else, right, your brain may never fully store the information in the first place. It's like trying to save a file on a computer while 10 other programs are running at the same time. It's just overloaded. Eventually things start slowing down. And many people today are operating with mental overload almost constantly. We live in a world of notifications, news, alerts, emails, texts, social media, responsibilities, worry, and endless information. Your brain rarely gets a break. I miss the good old days. Anyway, and here's something I think is really important to remember. The fact that you're noticing these little lapses is often very different from severe memory problems. Right? Most of the people who come to me worried about forgetting things are dealing with stress and anxiety, emotional overload, lack of sleep, grief, major life changes, or simply trying to carry too much. So instead of immediately asking, what's wrong? What's wrong with me? Try asking yourself, what am I carrying right now in this moment? What is taking up space in my mind right now? What am I worried about that I can't control, right? What do I need to let go of today? Sometimes the answer isn't to push harder. Sometimes the answer is to slow down, right? To breathe, to become present again in your own life, to give your mind a chance to rest. So what can you actually do if you've been experiencing more brain fog, forgetfulness, or mental overload? First, give your brain fewer tabs to manage. Write things down, use notes, use reminders. Don't expect your brain to hold every detail of every responsibility all day long. Second, pay attention to your sleep pattern, like how you're sleeping. When we're tired, stressed, and emotionally exhausted, our attention suffers. And attention is what allows memory to work properly. Third, create small moments of presence throughout the day, being right there. Not an hour. You don't need to give up an hour. Not a meditation retreat or anything like that. Just like 30 seconds even. Pause. Take a breath. Look around the room. Notice where you are. Notice what you're doing right in this moment. The more present you become, the easier it is for your brain to process and store information. And finally, stop assuming the worst every time you forget something. Doesn't mean disaster. The next time you walk into a room and forget why you're there, try saying to yourself, maybe I'm overloaded, right? Maybe I got too much going on. Maybe I'm distracted. Maybe I just need a moment, because fear creates more stress. And more stress creates more mental clutter. Sometimes the most helpful thing you can do is show yourself a little grace, right? If you've been noticing more brain fog, forgetfulness, losing words, or difficulty concentrating lately, you're certainly not alone. And it may not mean that you're afraid of what you're afraid it means. You may not, what I just said. If this video helped you even a little, please subscribe. I share support like this every day to help people better understand what they're feeling and navigate life's challenges with a little more clarity and peace. And if you'd like more personal guidance, I offer private Zoom sessions worldwide through my website at lisatarves.com and in Royersford, Pennsylvania, in person. Until next time, stay open, stay inspired, and always remember you're doing better than you think.